Welcome back on this glorious and amazing day to the Isaac Wolowik channel for all the intellectual individuals that like to go from good to better in building their character. In the last two episodes of Deflection, we spoke about the first episode was regarding to relationships and the second episode was regarding community. Now we're going to government. How does deflection work in government? So let's give just one simple traditional example, and that is that the government, if it could be the state or the city, decides to increase the budget, and one reporter books an appointment with the governor and wants to find out more about this increase within the budget, how it will work out. Where is the money going to come from to increase this budget by hundreds of millions of dollars? So the first question is it true that you're planning to increase the budget by so and so? No deflection over here. The answer is yes. Here comes the second answer. Here comes the second question. Are you planning to raise the taxes? Are you planning to raise taxes now that you have increased the budget? Money doesn't grow on a tree, apparently. I looked at all the trees behind me. I didn't see one green dollar bill. And instead of saying yes or no that would follow up with a question, here comes the answer. Well, our administration is so committed for the middle class. It is too long that the rich just get away with their fair share and the middle class is falling behind. It is time to increase child care. And this program and the other program, we just can't have this discrepancy between the wealthy and the middle class. And as last administration didn't really do too much about it, we are totally focused on helping the middle class, and we are committed to the middle class, and we're very, very proud of what our administration has accomplished and what we have yet to accomplish in the future, because we will not rest till the middle class has been taken care of. So are you going to be raising tax? How are you going to pay for this increase in the budget by hundreds of millions of dollars? Let me tell you something. I cannot even begin to tell you what happened in the previous administration and how things just slipped through their fingers. And the answer goes on, and the more words we could use and the more details we could suck in the listener, here the interviewer, we will try to deflect from the question. The answer should have been one word: yes or no. If it's yes, you want to find out more details. If it's no, how are you going to pay for it? So this is something which I'm not sure myself if it's some natural, conscious, or subconscious idea of deflection when people ask you a question. To me, I don't know. My brain is wired, not because I was taught that way. My brain is wired to be extremely direct. That's who I am. I am when people ask me questions, or when I ask other questions, I want to hear a yes or no. And sometimes there's explanations. We give that after the yes or no. So if you ever interview anyone, or if you're not in the government, you're just a family member within a relationship, this concept is extremely important that you could use as well within your relationship, within your community. And this is powerful. And maybe just I'm going to elaborate with a few details next week. So the example I gave is within government, which is very typical. Within relationships, the deflection is usually within blame, and we spoke about it. It's usually, why are you telling me not to do A when you do the exact same thing? You just did it yesterday. So that's more deflecting using the tool of blame. In government, many times you don't even have to use blame. You just deflect by going blah, 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 and somehow people fall for it. If you'll notice, most interviews you're going to watch after listening to this video clip, I would say 70 to 90% our deflection, very rare do you get an answer to a question. And to me, that should be the fundamentals before you go into politics, before you're leading. You must be able to answer questions. If you cannot answer that question, then this is not your role, this is not your place. If you think it's illegal what you're doing, then don't do it. Don't try to wiggle your way through life by lying and deflecting because you have a personal agenda. Thanks for listening. Looking forward to seeing you next week, and we'll talk about the very simple examples how to deal within relationships with this unique type of deflection, which is literally getting the attention off and going somewhere else. There's very simple steps, and I will share it with you next week. But till then, please do remember, at your core, you're way greater than you think you are. Bye now.